Yeah.
Like, we sleep together.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Is that, what's his name? I forgot.
Liam.
Liam, that's right. I should remember that. Is his whole name William or is his name just Liam?
Leon.
Oh, Leland.
No, Leon.
Leon. Oh my goodness, I wasn't getting anything right, was I? You know what I thought you said was, I thought you said Liam like this. Do you know anybody named that?
No.
No? Well, it's kind of short for William. Like sometimes people are named William, but they go by just this last part, Liam. I wondered because my dad is named William and my brother's named William, but my brother is just called Will. Yeah. Anyway.
Sometimes, like, when Leon comes over to sleep for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, I just roll.
You did that last year, I think. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you guys the same age?
He's 10.
He's 10. Okay.
And, like, he couldn't have, like, a birthday party anywhere.
Oh,
so
yeah? So
we
y'all just
celebrated it at my house.
Oh, that's the best. Cousins are the best like that, right?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Sometimes I roll off my bed.
You do?
Yeah, like, I sleep, like, next to the wall. And sometimes I just, like, roll off and fall on those blankets.
Do you know what happened to Luke one time?
What?
He rolled off of his bed, and then when he was on the floor and he was still asleep, he rolled under his bed. And so he woke up and he was all scared because he couldn't get out and he didn't know where he was. And he was screaming and screaming, like, what is wrong with you? And he had rolled under his bed in his sleep. Isn't that crazy? He's kind of a crazy sleeper. Sometimes, like, we used to call him Burrito Boy because he would get his blankets and he would roll them like this and he'd roll up in them and they look like a burrito. It was funny. I think he's still upstairs. I'll come down in a minute. But well, thanks so much for bringing me your new Dogman book to show me. That's so cool.
I have this book, and this book.
Which one? This one?
No, this one, and this one. I really want these.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've seen this one before, and that's the original one, right?
Yeah, that's number 1.
I think I've read that one, but I haven't read the other ones.
This one's cool because there are 2 PDs.
Oh, wow. Like he's cloned?
Yeah, like he's paper PD.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
That's cool. All right, did you read any of Origami Yoda?
Mm-hmm.
The paper reminded me of Origami Yoda. How'd you like it?
It was good.
It was good?
I read like some of it.
Some of it? Okay, I'm glad you liked it. Well, you did such a good job the other day that I thought we'd try 2 more today, okay? So I want to try the Big Snow first, okay? And then when we get done with that, we'll try A Secret Home. Is Leon's dad the one that likes bugs?
Mm.
I thought so. Okay, and he just had a birthday. I saw on Facebook. Yeah. All right, well, this one is called The Big Snow. And in this book, it says it was the first big snowstorm of the year. And when Patrick Waite left school at the end of the day, the problems began. Read to find out what happened to Patrick and his family.
Do I have to read the whole book out loud?
I don't think so. If you get to a little black square, that's when you stop. We'll see. Probably not.
Where
Are
is
you looking for it?
Mhm.
Let's see. There it is. So that's where you can stop reading out loud. And then you finish the rest silently. You ready? Okay, go bud.
With 5 minutes left in the school day, not a single student in the room 314 was thinking about school. Outside, snow was flying, piling up like a thick blanket on the street. It was the city's first big storm of the year. From Patrick Waite's seat 2 rows from the window, it looked like 6 inches had already fallen. The snowflakes were huge and fluffy. Patrick felt dizzy watching them tumble from the sky. When the bell finally rang, he hurried out the door and down the sidewalk in ankle-deep snow. Looks like the number 6 bus is stuck, and Mr. Henry shouted. A stuck bus didn't matter to Patrick. His family's apartment was just 5 blocks from the school, and he always walked. Patrick grinned. Today, He could imagine he was hiking at the North Pole. Patrick's good mood vanished after 2 blocks. His feet were soaked and his face felt frozen as he waited to cross Western Avenue. A huge snowplow rolled past. It sprayed him with snow and slush. "Thanks a lot," Patrick yelled. The driver smiled and waved.
Oh my goodness.
It seemed to take hours to walk home. Finally, Patrick stepped into the warm lobby of his apartment building. He got the mail and rode the elevator up to the 10th floor. As he opened the door, Patrick was surprised to find the apartment empty. Where was everyone? Dad and his brothers always beat him home. Patrick shook off his soggy coat and tried to ignore the uneasy feeling growing in his stomach. Maybe he was just hungry.
Oh, I think George came to listen to you read. You can read the rest silently, buddy. Uh-oh. What do you think?
It was good.
It was good? Tell me the important things that happen in the story.
The boys' mom and dad weren't there.
Okay. What else?
The boys thought that their dad was lost.
Okay. Anything else?
There was a big snowstorm.
Yeah, there was. You ever read a book with a dog under the table looking at you before? It's a little distracting, isn't it? It's creepy. And you did all that good reading when you had a creepy dog waiting on you? Yeah. Why do you think Patrick's feelings changed several times in the story? How did they change?
So at the beginning, he was happy.
Yeah.
Because he was happy to go home.
Yeah.
But then like when then he was sad because someone sprayed him with
Oh,
snow.
yeah. And then what?
And then he was still sad because his parents weren't home.
Yeah.
And his mom.
He's grabbing it, Luke.
And his mom got home, and he was happy.
Oh, so they did change, didn't they? And you gave lots of examples of that. Luke, can you take George, please? Can you take George, please?
Where is he?
Under the table right here. So what kind of person
George.
do you think George
Where did he go?
is? What kind of person do you think he is? George. You're like, who's George? What
George,
kind of person
come on.
do you think Patrick is? What do you think?
A nervous kid,
A nervous kid? Okay. Why do you think he's nervous?
because he was nervous because no one was at his house. And
Okay.
then when his brothers got home, his mom wasn't home. And then when his mom wasn't home, his dad still wasn't home.
Yeah, you gave lots of evidence from that about what made you think he was like, didn't you? So, what kind of person is Patrick's dad? Can you show some evidence of what kind of person his dad is?
He's helpful because
Okay.
he helped a guy.
Yeah.
He helped a guy get out of the car.
Uh-huh. So, what lesson do you think we can learn from Patrick's experience? From what happened with Patrick, what could we learn? What about, what's the genre of this book?
Fiction.
Fiction. How do you know?
Because it talks about it looks fiction.
Yeah. How else do you know?
It just looks fiction.
Okay. What about it that looks like fiction?
The characters don't look real.
Oh, okay. So what do you notice about how the writer tells the story? What can you tell?
He tells about how there's a big snowstorm.
Yeah? Yeah? What else does he, how else does he tell it?
He talks about all the people not being home.
Yeah. So what does the writer do to keep you interested?
He wrote this book so he can tell you what happened.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. How does that make you interested?
Because it talks about a big snowstorm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I haven't ever seen a snowstorm.
You haven't seen a big one like that, have
since
you?
I was little.
Yeah. Not since you've lived in my neighborhood, have you? Nope. How does the writer show how Patrick feels about his dad? How does the writer show how he feels about his dad?
Nervous.
Yeah, he's nervous about his dad? How do you know?
Because he's not home for a long time.
Yeah. So what does the writer tell you that lets you know he's nervous?
It says right here,
Yeah.
right here,
Uh-huh.
all right here.
Okay, all that part right there.
Patrick is thinking what happened to his dad.
Yeah.
Or right
From there all the way down. Yeah, I think you're right.
from was just
Yes, you're right. All right, big guy. You did a fantastic job with that one. Which one, did you like that one better than the ones we did the other day? No? Which one did you like better the other day? The animal ones, the snake ones? Okay.
Animal instinct.
Animal instincts. That one was really interesting. I think you'll like this one, A Secret Home. Let's see. Let's stop that for just a second. We'll take a little break. And really good job reading while you had a dog under the table. That was crazy. My dog is a little bit